How many people today are on Instagram? 1.386 billion. Instagram. Facebook Messenger, 1.3 billion. Instagram has become a place where what? Harlotry or selling yourself has become legal without them telling the population. Why is God allowing this? Huh? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Let me get this out of the way here. Hold on, folks. Let me get this out of the way. Tinder has risen to fame in less than a decade of registering and presence in the online dating world, ranking among the most popular dating apps today makes it even sexier. In collating Tinder statistics, we considered how long Tinder been around, Tinder demographics, usage statistics, how to compare with other apps, and so much more, right? Now, but when you go into the statistics, there are 57 million Tinder users, 62% of which are male, and only 10.3% which subscribe to Tinder Plus and Tinder Gold. Now, brothers and sisters, Tinder is a place where people go to find people to be with. And the majority of people are going there is for relation. Not only that, not just the majority, all of them. Tinder is available over 40 different languages and all, but it talks about this, folks. Just think about this. 57 million Tinder users. 1.3, almost 1.4 billion Instagram users. Now I understand why they call the next generation Generation Z. That's the end of the alphabet. Because when I was growing up, the only choice you had was the people you know, either on your block or you met in school. Just imagine someone has the privacy of their home without any judgment to deal with anyone they want at any time without anyone finding out. And you're liberated. That means all people are connected and are dealing with each other all over the earth, especially within the United States. And at the same time, people are getting inoculations. So if you think syphilis was something, folks, the data isn't even out yet.
Or not.
What's to come from the experiment we are currently under.
Users to get their COVID-19 vaccinations with juvenile
It was all about, I'm going to tell you, depopulation.
Back that thing up.
So people want to ask, Elder Lawyer, why is God allowing this?
Vaccinated, entertaining, it certainly is, and hopefully.
America had a standard. The world had a standard. We as Israelites has had a standard and opportunity. And the people have chosen their side. And they have chosen death. They have chosen suicide. And this is what you choose when you choose freedom, or what they call liberty, over a standard. Over a standard. And this is why the Bible tells us. Now, is this to absolve man? No. Why do you think man is 63% of those that are on Tinder? So they may be hiding in the dark or think that no one is seeing them or they're getting away with it, but eventually they will become carriers. And there's people that are dealing with this stuff private, online and all that, and they're going to be carrying stuff back to their family members. And the woman is going to be bringing things back to who she's with. And we're going to have an infertile sterility problem all through the earth, with people dying off with no cause in sight for why they're being disappeared. We're in it already. So Satan set up a system in anonymity, total privacy, to have people operate knowing how impulsive mankind can be if given the chance without anyone judging them. Oh man, how maniacal. Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. What they knew that man and woman could not resist partaking or biting that fruit, especially if no one's looking. But still, in this virtual world, all people have connected themselves and have dealt with each other.
The tycoons of social media have to stop pretending that they're friendly nerd gods building a better world and admit they're just tobacco farmers in t-shirts, selling an addictive product to children. Because let's face it, checking your likes is the new smoking. Philip Morris just wanted your lungs. The App Store wants your soul.
There are 2 billion people, more than 2 billion people on Facebook. That's more than it's about the number of notional followers of Christianity. People check their phones 150 times a day, the millennial sort of audience. And so if you think about it, from the moment you wake up, it's like you're jacked in to this environment. And thoughts start streaming into your head, designed by a few technology companies.
What we find is the typical person checks their phone every 15 minutes or less. And half of the time they check their phone, there's no alert, no notification. It's coming from inside their head telling them, gee, I haven't checked in Facebook in a while. I haven't checked on this Twitter feed for a while. I wonder if somebody commented on my Instagram post. That then generates cortisol, and it starts to make you anxious. And eventually your goal is to get rid of that anxiety, so you check in.
And apparently we feel stressed when we can't get our phone or when our battery is about to die. You probably know this feeling. And a research done in Australia among 3,000 people under the age of 30 found that 9 out of every 10 admit to feel this anxiety while having his battery dying.
Steve Jobs revolutionized the entire world with the iPhone, and he never let his children use it, because he did not want them dependent on technology.
Right now, an infant is getting their first laptop that's soft and squishy and makes noise. Right now, a child is being born online and being favorited and retweeted.
The hypergenerational segregation of our time is bizarre, unhealthy, and historically unprecedented. You've never seen the like of people sitting at a table in a restaurant not talking to each other because they're texting and using their Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, and they are at the table and don't even know each other. In the house and can't even talk to each other. And the pressure that's on us to be like everybody else is so great that everybody tries to live like they're in a reality show.
As a culture, we don't have enough in common anymore. And that's because the internet, which was supposed to unite the world, has become too adept at serving us personalized content. Do you know what I saw on Yahoo's front page this morning? No, you don't, because mine isn't the same as yours. People get news feeds now that just spit back customized stories based on what we've clicked on in the past.
We are great consumers, but poor producers. We will buy what we can't afford with money that we don't have to impress people we don't even know, trying to be like everybody else. Get off of Facebook and put your face in a book.
Right now, a teenager is photoshopping their selfie because as a society, we're telling them they're not good enough. Right now, influencers encourage narcissism without knowing the breadth and depth of their impact on their audiences. Right now, 40,000 spectators are in an Olympic football arena watching a competitive esports competition because this is this generation's football match.
There's always this narrative that technology is neutral and it's up to us to choose how we use it. This is just not true.
Technology is not neutral.
It's not neutral. They want you to use it in particular ways and for long periods of time because that's how they make their money.
You don't realize it, but you are being programmed. It was unintentional, but now you got to decide how much you're willing to give up, how much of your intellectual independence. If you feed the beast, that beast will destroy you. If you push back on it, we have a chance to control it and rein it in. And it is a point in time where people need to hard break from some of these tools and the things that you rely on. The short-term dopamine-driven feedback loops that we have created are destroying how society works. No civil discourse, no cooperation, misinformation, mistruth, and it's not an American problem. This is not about Russian ads. This is a global problem.
I challenge everyone to try going 1 week without social media.
Don't let your phone and social media control you.
Another phase going into the mark of the beast in the metaverse, where those that are online are chopping at the bit to leave reality into another mental universe, not realizing, listen to me clearly, and I'm going to prove this in the academy in the gates of hell. They are opening up the gates of hell, and people will be entering the gates of hell through the metaverse. Through the metaverse. And see, our children are already used to fighting crazy and weird looking creatures and all that online and all that, and seeing these weird creations that are really hell creatures. And when they get in that metaverse, that virtual reality, and guess what? It's not going to be like it is here, where you can play a game, lose your life, and hit the restart button. Okay? And we're going to hear about people on games and all that losing their lives and all of that. And they're going to claim it was the C word, it was the virus. Let me tell you, the majority of the people that are going to be dying in this country and throughout the world will be through the technology they're using first, before the war. Because what they're doing now is working perfect. People are taking the stuff, the Jews, people are entering into the